What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening, everybody. I want to thank y'all to another episode of Think Positive and Believe with two of my favorite mentors in the world. We got my man Tony Delp, a Hawks legend.
Boo!
Then we got my man Mel Clemens, a Tennessee volunteer, if that's what you want to call him or whatever. We also want to say Happy Memorial Day to everyone out there. Hope you had a great weekend. Consider the circumstances. That's all I got. Y'all got anything for him right now?
It should have been a lot of social distancing this weekend, so I'm hoping everyone stays safe. Although a lot of people want to get on the grill and have some friends over, we kept our gathering kind of small.
Yeah, I didn't really do too much. What about you, Mel?
Man, I went home to the famous H-Town here in Tennessee. I went by my old high school to see if I could get my yearbook. I did get a picture of the gym, but it's coming. I got a group picture coming.
Hey, did you get a picture? You get a black and white picture or a color picture? Which one were you looking for?
It's a color picture, man. I meant to send it to the producers so they could post it. I at least took a picture. That's all.
We gotta get a different picture of him besides him being in his elementary jersey, man. We gotta get something updated, man. We gotta see if you really play high school basketball.
I need anybody who ever played on any of my teams in high school, not count City League, high school or AAU, to please send in a picture, man. I got to have one. Somebody got one.
Yeah, I know you went home visit your mom. I know you was probably going through the photo album. You ain't find no team photo. We need a team photo, not
man. I thought about it, man. I was like, man, it got to be one photo, man. I didn't see any team photo. She kept all my brother's trophies, and I missed it. I like Roy, Tony talking junk, saying I ain't got no team photos. You know what he said? I didn't know you was on the team.
So basically, what you telling Shelvin and I was that you was not the favorite son, or you was the son that wasn't an athlete.
No, I was not. I ain't gonna lie, but I did do 2 partial years on the team, so there are some photos somewhere, and I'm gonna find them.
We're still waiting. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're definitely waiting. So we got some great topics today.
Yeah.
We got a mod, some other things that came out with that case, some video from previous. Then also got one of my good friends, one of my favorite teammates is gonna join us a little later on. He's a Hawks legend. I think everyone knows him. Second time back with the Hawks. Jet T will be joining us a little later. But no, first we're gonna start off with a mod. I'll let Mel go ahead and get us going.
Man, Max sent me the video of Ahmad. I think how was he when he passed, y'all? 25, 23, y'all remember his age?
I think 25 or 26. I think 25.
23 or 24, and he showed a video, and I think we're going to show a few moments of the video tonight about how he got pulled over. So if we have the video, let's just do the video if we have it.
Allow me to search your car?
You can't go in my...
I'm not asking you. Just don't reach the car, man.
Get your hand out of your pocket.
Hands out of your pocket.
Hand out of your pocket. Down. Warning, down.
Stay on the ground. Just stay on the ground, okay? You off work today?
They're just rapping in the park.
Gotcha. You got an ID on you, man? All right, thanks, man. Grab it with you, okay? Why am I fucking with you? You want to know why I'm fucking with you?
Why?
Keep your hand in your pocket.
I ain't got shit on me. What the fuck you fucking with me for?
I'll tell you why I'm here, man.
Why?
I'll tell you why I'm
Why?
here. Because this area is known for drug activity.
Drug? How the fuck I'm drug? Check when I work at Blue Beacon.
Back up.
Check my
Back up.
The fuck you talking about?
You want back?
Oh, boy.
Turn around and put your hands on the car.
Why?
Turn around and put your hands on the car.
Watch out, bro.
Turn around and put your hands on the car. I'm checking you for weapons. I'm checking you for weapons.
You got no reason to touch me, bro.
I'm not searching you. I'm checking you for weapons. All right, man? I know, but you're coming up on me. You make me kind of nervous. Okay?
You bothering me for nothing. You can't go in my car.
You're not allowing me to search your car?
You can't go.
I'm not asking you. Just don't reach the car, man.
Get your hand out of your pocket.
Hands out of your pocket.
Hand out of your pocket. Down. Warning, down.
Stay on the ground. Just stay on the ground, okay?
Keep your hands out. No, keep
I've
your hands
checked. I've
down.
already checked him
Listen
for
to me.
weapons. I've checked him for weapons.
Okay.
I'm trying to ease my mind. I'm rapping. I rap, bro.
Okay.
I rap.
I got you, man. But when you run up on me and you get really jumpy, that's gonna make me nervous too.
Aggravate my day. I got 1 day off a week. 1 day.
Okay.
1 day off a week. I'm trying to chill on my day off, bro. I'm
I
up
got
early
you.
in the morning trying to chill.
He was very aggravated.
Malfunction.
Yeah, that was.
I tried to tase him.
You did try to tase him?
Yeah.
It got to the point where you had to tase
Well,
him?
it was. I didn't realize he'd already patted him down for weapons, and I could see there's like a wallet or something,
Yeah.
and I could
Yeah.
see him going like that, and he had a big heavy coat on, and he just wasn't moving fast enough.
Man, let's just first
Yeah,
say
I think
prayer
on
for
that video, he was 21 mil. You're right about that. That was 2017.
let's first say a prayer for his family, because no matter our opinions in the past or what happened, what happened recently was sad, no matter who was at fault. So I said a prayer for his family, pray for his family. What I saw in the video, it was still disturbing. Even though it looked like he was dressed a certain way and he was at times aggressive, what shocked me is how quick they were to tase him. Now, some people might say they showed restraint. I did see some restraint from the previous officer, but as we say in the street, Buddy who ran up on him, he wasn't doing no talking. And maybe that's the role. I don't know the police officer. Maybe when you call the second guy in, he's there to just calm the situation, not ask no questions. What did you see, Tony?
Like I said, I mean, when you're trying to comply and we don't know what kind of day the person has that you pulled over, you know what I'm saying? But once you start complying, and that's what he was doing, and sometimes when you hear someone voice change, initially people start thinking, okay, that person is mad, they're angry, but he's really just trying to explain himself, and I think sometimes when you explain yourself, especially to a different culture, they expect for us to be overly aggressive. Like, every time we say something is that, we mean harm. And I don't always see it that way because I'm around our culture and I see our brothers and we just kind of sometimes talk loud. We like to have fun. But when you're in a situation like that, you have to comply. And he was complying. So when another officer comes in and this officer already has under control, you need to talk to the officer that has the issue under control. He had the situation under control. But when you come in being all aggressive, then of course, as a man, you're gonna be aggressive back to him because he don't know the situation. So it's different when both of them they'd have put him over at the same time. Then he'd have known, hey, you know what? I already checked him for weapons, and then you're trying to tase the man. That was uncalled for me.
Share what you see.
Yeah, it was like you said when the first guy was kind of confrontation, but then the second guy come up. No, he just came out ready to rock and roll. And the thing was that he went off. It was like that's just a test run because it didn't work. It didn't work. I don't know if y'all noticed that or caught that. It's just like he just
Right.
came up just ready to get right to it instead of trying to figure the situation out. I think that's what happens a lot of time. Dealing with the police and dealing with other people that's not what Tony said, not used to our community. People talk loud. I talk loud all the time with my friends and family. It doesn't mean I'm aggressive, want to fight. It's just the way that we kind of talk. And I think that's something that, in communities we could do is just have more meetings together and be able to communicate and understand where each person's coming from.
And also the shelving point to Mel, not to cut you off, is that I think you got to know when it is a controlled environment. Like you got to know when it's a controlled environment. It's not like they pulled over, a guy and he had 3 other friends with him. It's one guy. And how can we keep this environment that we're in, keep it under control? So once another officer come in, I think the officer that pulled him over, the one that was having a conversation with him, he got to tell the other officer, hey, I got this under control. Let me handle this. But then because now here's the thing that happens is that now you have the male egos. And one man is want to outspeak the other guy because he want to show his power. So it's a power control, but the officer that pulled him over should have been the one like, hey, I got this, relax. If I need your help, then you can intervene.
I'm gonna give you a few of the comments from some of the people back in Tennessee. Rick Clark, he stated, I don't know if I saw all the video or not, but based on what I saw, the officers completely overreacted. I'm sure this video would have looked differently if it had been a white guy involved. I try to be real cautious about race, and unfortunately, we know in this day and times, people have certain perceptions about race. What I saw is number one, us in the black culture as men, we know that if we dress a certain way, we're going to be perceived a certain way. So number one, even us being black, when we see a certain guy with his pants hanging down, or we see the young kid with no shirt on, that's gonna be aggressive to me. If I see you with no shirt on, it's already like we looking at you a certain way, and that's just facts. Doesn't mean I need
Right.
deserve to get shot, deserve to get put over. We just looking at you a certain way. So being from outer culture, and I'm a country boy from Tennessee, and we run up on somebody with their shirt off and a jacket, then you can be over aggressive. But like Shelvin said, it has to be more training. Got to be some more sensitivity because he shouldn't have got tased that quickly. And what if he had reacted? Because me, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't play. You run up on me and tase me, cop, fireman, whatever, we gonna have a problem. I'm gonna look at you like I'm looking at you. You work for me. I don't work for you. I want the same respect that I give you. And that's like Tony said, the egos. So, Shell, what do you see? Because you're younger than us. I mean, how would you have responded differently in that situation? Because this is, before the killing, but this is a young Ahmad.
Yeah, so me personally, I think sports has helped me be able to adapt to everyone's community. I always have different teammates from different backgrounds. Whenever I play, wherever I play, like this year, I had to adapt with people from Italy. I had to adapt people from Israel, people from Spain, and our culture is different. Like some things they do might be appropriate for them, but it's inappropriate for me. So I have to learn how to communicate, and I think that's when sports come in and help me with that. So I don't in that situation I never had to deal with anything like that, so I don't know how I would react in those terms, but I wouldn't want the cop just to run up on me like that, knowing that I didn't even do anything. So I was just try to just try to use my experience that I have over the times, like I said, just dealing with different people.
And to your point too, Mel, is that just having the proper training, and I think you got to go and be around our community and kind of understand what we do and how we do it. But if you're not going to spend like countless years and hours trying to study, not really studying our race, but there is a issue when there's right or wrong. Because as we talk about social issues, is that some are going to be to the discretion of others, where they might see it totally different. When you have a platform, a social media platform, like most of these people, you're going to have some people that agree to disagree, and some people that agree, some people that don't agree. But really, it's trying to find a happy medium, but understanding when you pull someone over, especially a black man, is that I was always taught, to comply, yes sir, no sir, and just be respectful to them, because we don't know what kind of day they're having. They're trying to get back home to their families, and they also got to understand we want to get back home to our families as well.
But tell me this, you all. How much longer are we going to keep making excuses for them, for other people? This is what we seeing on video. Could you imagine what we seeing that ain't on video? They know they being recorded. They tasing people before they talking to them. They calling the police on people because they not dressed right. Do you know what they doing to people when there ain't no video around? I watched the
But
movie. It
think
was
about this
crazy.
too, Mel, is that what about the ones who are doing right? We're not getting those videos either. We getting a lot of negative videos, but there are some good officers, whether it's white, black, it doesn't matter the color. There are some good officers, but we never get the good officers what they're doing, the work they're doing in the community. So you really got to see both sides in order to judge. Because if you start seeing negative, only thing we're going to say, well, black lives, they do matter. All lives matter. But what's important to understand is that you got to see the good that they're doing in the community. Because I never see any good that they're doing. So is every time a white cop pulls a black person over, it's going bad. I never, and I've been pulled over by a white cop numerous times, and I never felt threatened. And some of it because being an athlete, that helps. And also, as I said in one of our previous podcasts, is that when they run your tags, if you don't have any felonies, it takes the fear out of it. There's no fear factor there sometimes.
I agree. Before we wrap this up, speaking of some of the good, man, I don't know if y'all saw y'all boy Shaquille when he went to the place in Florida. It was a white cop named Officer Chris who got called out to come to a place in Florida. The neighbors called the cops on the kids for playing basketball, and the guy got out there and said, "Man, I'm not doing none of y'all kids." He actually started playing basketball with them, And he had fun. The cops. He played with like 5 kids. He said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna bring some backup." And this cop, Officer Chris, I think he's from Tallahassee, Florida, where they got the whole force, and they came back. Shaq heard about it. Shaq came out and played with the kid. So we all know that it's some good, but it was love. And Shaq Big Butt, he gave everybody who made a free throw, since he couldn't make a free throw, $100. So it was good. And that's like what Tony's talking about. That's what we need. We need that
Yeah.
interaction. I don't know if sports can do it or people can do it, but we need a community and police liaison. So if I'm playing basketball with Ahmad on Wednesday and I see Ahmad with his shirt off, I'm not gonna look at him the same way. And that's what we need more of.
But
Oh
also
yeah, no,
I think I think with Mel and I being in our 40s, Shell in his 30s, that what if we were in our 20s? Like we operated differently in our 20s, compared to where we are right now, 20 years later, and that it's not a disconnect for us, but it is a situation where, as a 20-year-old kid, I did things totally different than I am doing at 40. So, that's where I think as older people, give comments and get involved. Don't forget what you did when you was 18, 19, 20 that, some of your parents don't know about. So don't act like you lived a clean slate during your 20s. You never made mistakes. We all made mistakes, but it's what we do. It's the maturity and the growth as we get to these different decades, your 30s and your 40s. Every decade presents a different challenge to us.
Wrap us up, Shell. Bring us home. What you
yeah,
got?
yeah. No,
Last
no,
word.
I definitely agree. I was gonna make the point about the cop too. No, I'm younger than y'all, so I'm on Instagram and Twitter a lot more than y'all. So I definitely see a lot of positive things going on with different police officers. I think a lot of people try to, highlight that so they do get their recognition, because it's a lot of great cops out there, and just great people in general that help out with a lot of different situations. Um, but if I go quick commercial break, I'm gonna have one of my guys log in. Gonna talk to us a little bit, talk about his career, the things he's doing in the city of Indianapolis, how he's living right now with the coronavirus, with the season maybe starting. But we'll be right back at this commercial break.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we're on point for fourth quarter. Good word. Lunches on me. Where you guys want to go? Hemingway's on Marietta Square.
Hemingway's and Marietta Square invites you to enjoy a great atmosphere and good time at lunch, just as you would during Hemingway's nights. Our express lunch has menu items under $10. Join us for trivia night on Wednesdays, or hang out at our patio with live music on the weekends. It's Hemingway's on Marietta Square.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
What up, though?
I got
JT, what's happening,
everybody.
brother?
I got.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm great. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Just chilling, really.
Mr. T, what's up, boy?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm blessed like the old people, man. Been a long time, ain't
Yeah, it's been a minute.
it?
Oh yeah. Now I want to say, we want to thank you and appreciate you for taking the time, on this Memorial Day weekend. Especially, I know you got the pool outside. We just coming to mess with us a little bit.
I don't act like you ain't got a pool.
Nah, we ain't talking about all that. We ain't gonna talk about that. But
Hey, Jeff, let me
everybody
say real quick before. Hey, Shell, hold on. Jeff, Shell been doing this
Yeah.
store for a month. He ain't had no fancy clothes on. He ain't had no hats. I don't know what it is. But he tried to dress up be brand new today. But I ain't trying to call him out.
My boy
He
K
sure
just
did.
impressed.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, I think you brought the best out of him, man. Cause Mel, he been
Hey,
so
nothing wrong with
casual,
that.
laid back,
That's
but he
how.
got his little dirt. He got his derby hat on. Okay, that's what's up.
oh yeah, man, I got a new hairstyle on me for don't nobody need to see it right now in the court team. So I'll let
Oh,
y'all
that's
see
a
it another
fact. I'm the
day,
same
but
way.
everybody else can't see it. But Jeff, we want to talk to you and see how you doing. What you been doing since the no Corona hit, and like where you located at right now.
Yeah, I'm back home. I'm in Indianapolis. I came here as soon as it happened. The NBA ended or whatever the season ended. I came back like 2 days later, drove home. Been here ever since.
Okay,
Jeff,
so you
when
using that? Uh, Go ahead.
Jeff, I got a chance to meet your dad, and when I was at the University of Kentucky, I was recruiting. We helped recruit your brother Marcus. Tell uh, tell our viewers who was your guys' influence growing up? Because to me, the point guard is a tough position. Who influenced you guys to play the point guard?
My dad. I didn't want to be a point guard. I wanted to be a shooting guard. I wanted to shoot the ball. And my dad told me I was gonna be a midget, and he was like, "You have to last around a team." And he played point guard his whole life, and that's just what he put in us. He installed it in us and was like, "Hey, this is the position you're gonna play. It's gonna take you a long way."
But you got Shell, you got a question, Shell?
Yeah. So I know you back home in Indianapolis, man. Tell the people about your nice facility. No, I can't wait to get back over there to Butler and come by and visit your facility. Tell everybody what you got going on over there.
Yeah, I got a sports facility in here in Indianapolis. So it's called the Factory. It's 3 courts, a training facility, a recovery facility. Basically, it was just a gym that we built for my family, my mom and dad. They've been doing things in the community for a really long time, running programs and things like that. So we just basically made it a home, and it's been a dream come true. It's been going really well these past, been going on 3 years now. So just blessed, man, and lucky to have an opportunity to have something like this in the city, and definitely during this time having my own facility and gym to go to.
All right, Jeff, I got a
Um,
couple questions for you before we move on. Tell me again about your AU program. You still rolling with it?
Yeah, we're still out here. Team T, we used to kill the skills factory, but that's a different story. Uh, we,
like,
I've had an
he
AU.
know he
Hold
lying. He
on,
ain't want
Jeff.
none of that
Hold
smoke
on,
right
Jeff.
there. He
You
know he
know my
lying
boy was
right
on.
there.
Jeff know he didn't want that smoke. He saw us. I told him.
Man, you already know what time it is. We won everything. We just stick to the EYBL yet, but it's cool. But
Okay.
no, I had the AAU program for almost 9 years now. Started with my nephew and kind of went on to my little brother, and now we just kept it rolling. It's called Team T. We were on the Adidas circuit for a very long time. Now we're going to the Under Armour circuit. So it's just a good thing to do, man. Keep the kids, active. Try to help. Most of our guys have got scholarships. Our last class that graduated, all of them got college scholarships. So that was really cool.
All right. What my your brother is it Terrell? What you call Terrell? Terrell? What you call him?
For real.
Yeah, what Terrell doing? He used to hit me up. How you been?
He's doing good, man. He got his own construction company out here. He build houses and repair them, things like that. He comes over my house almost every day. He just left actually. We had a little gathering over here. He was just over here.
All right. But Jeff, you always
Y'all had
been laid back. Go ahead, Chef.
no. I was gonna make sure they had less than 10 people over.
No, it was about 7. Yeah, it was about 7.
Uh,
Now they changed it out here. Now you can have up to 100 people out here.
Oh,
For
can you?
real?
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
Uh, Hey Jeff, my question is, can you explain to the young viewers what it takes to be a point guard going from high school to Wake Forest to the NBA? Like, what has helped you stay in this position and excel at it?
Honestly, just learning and trying to study the game to the best of my ability. I went from high school, well, I guess you would probably say a star player on my high school team and shooting the basketball, everything revolved around me, to going to college and being a low man on the totem pole again and having to figure it out. And I knew my way of getting on the court was playing hard defense and getting the guys who can score the ball. And if people like playing with you, you're going to get on the floor. They're going to ask the coach to put you in the game and things like that. So I just took that approach. And I kind of carried that over in the NBA. But I had really good vets like Ivy and those guys and Jamal Crawford who really pulled me to the side. And Nick Van Exel was a really big help too. Pulled me to the side and just told me things that I needed to work on, things to pay attention to. And I just started dissecting the game. I became addicted to basketball, basically. I was watching everything I could, watching film. Then once I got my opportunity, I just tried to make the most of it.
oh yeah, so that's one of the big reasons why I asked you to come on the show, because we had a topic, trying to help young kids on realizing like where you at in high school is not where you're gonna be at in 10 years, and like you one of the players that reminds me of someone like me. Obviously, I bust your ass every now and then, but no,
Man,
you're
here
a
we go.
great player. You're a great player. No, you're an all star. You didn't put 10 years in the league, but a lot of people don't realize. No, I looked it up. You was ranked 67th in the class of 2007. Like you wasn't a McDonald's All
Yeah,
American. As you
nah.
said, you had to work to get there. And can you talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, I didn't get a high major D1 offer until I was going into my senior year. So I got my Wake Forest offer going into my senior year, and it was really came down to me and somebody else. I don't even know who the other guy was, but they was like, if you don't take it, he gonna get it. And I just grabbed it. So I never was really highly recruited or none of that stuff, but I just tried to keep working. Similar situation to you. People underestimated me. I was small, I was skinny, but I just knew if I kept working hard, and I wasn't really focused on the NBA. I was just focused on being a good college player. Like I was just like, if I could be good in college, that'll help me get to wherever I wanted to go. If it was overseas, the NBA, or just having a chance to keep playing. And that was just my main focus, just trying to make the all freshman team, just make all ACC or something. And that's all I kept doing, just kept working, and it ended up working out.
All right, Jeff, tell me this: what do you think the deciding factor is from a pro that makes it to the draft, and then somebody who has to become a free agent? What is it? Is it a different thought process, different marketing, skill set? It's somebody who could have been just as good as you or close, but didn't get drafted. So, what do you think the deciding factor that makes it, that gets you drafted and not drafted? Or do you know?
It's a lot of luck. Uh,
Yeah.
you a lot of luck's perfect situation. Certain games you showed up and played well when certain people was there. I know getting drafted by Atlanta, the reason they drafted me, they told me because I played really good against North Carolina, and Larry Drew's son happened to go to North Carolina that year, and I had 30 something on him, and he that stuck in their head, and I got picked because of that game, basically. So I guess it's just situational, but also
Mhm.
it's a lot of luck, man. I can't lie. I don't even. I can't tell you because there's a lot of great players that I know that I thought would get drafted in college and they didn't, and I still don't know why.
All right. Out of your draft class, I hadn't studied to see who didn't make it. But out of your draft class, the people who did make it, and you saw them, what did they do different than you? Because 10 years, like 3 years is a long time. 10 years is a lifetime in the NBA. What did they do wrong? What did the people do wrong that didn't make it? What did you see?
You mean they got drafted with me?
Yeah, but they're selling insurance like me now. The ones who didn't make it, who ain't did 10 years, who didn't make it.
I mean, the guys who probably got drafted at that time. I mean, it's all situational. Again, you can get drafted to a really good team and not get an opportunity, or you can get drafted by a really bad team and not develop. I know a lot of guys who got drafted really high that didn't get a chance to develop because the team was so bad that they always get new top 5 draft picks. So when you get another top five draft pick, you start getting pushed down the line. And lucky for me, I got drafted to a situation where we had good teams, but I was able to develop because we had older players who were, in their later years, and it helped me develop my skills. And I got an opportunity. I made the most of it.
When you got drafted by the Hawks, I know when you first got there, you had mentors, but as you kept playing, I started seeing how the team improved, and also that led to you being an All Star in 2015, and that probably was the best team that you had played on. But how did you go from a playoff team to being traded to Minnesota, and how do you try to influence and get those guys to where that Atlanta Hawks team was by being like the vet on the team?
Nah, it was good. I mean, like you said, we had a really good years in Atlanta. But when I went to Minnesota, I signed there, and we had a squad, so I was excited. Like we had Jimmy Butler and Taj and all them dudes, and D Rose. So our team was good, but our whole thing was just making the playoffs, and we accomplished that. And but after that, certain things happened with the team that I had no control of, and that's when it got weird. But I loved it in Minnesota my first year. My last two, not so much, but first year was good.
Mel, I got a question for you.
What's up? Don't embarrass me now. I'm with my favorite
Out of
Hawk. Go ahead.
who you taking in the 3-point contest out of us three?
Woo! Golly,
Girl, you don't
man.
make shots no more. I seen
Oh,
TD hit a
dang.
couple.
Hey, but Jeff, is Shell known as a 3-point shooter though?
Not known as a hard
Nah.
driver.
Oh,
Yeah, he just a
exactly. You know no 3-point. Hey,
in Shell mind he thinks he's a shooter.
That's the
hey. So
problem.
you just did him like somebody did me. He's a good defender. Somebody told me about that. So what you mean he's a good defender? They trying to hate on you, man.
Hey
Nah,
man,
Shell
Now when I
do.
play,
who you got, Mel?
he gonna make me answer, Jeff. So let me break it down. I seen Tony come in the gym and hit 25, 30, not warming up. I
Okay.
seen Shell actually beat Tony in his first contest when he came from overseas. Now, when I played with Jeff, how was you when we played? When you chased used to play, you was 20.
It's
You was,
probably like 23, 24, something like that.
and be honest, Jeff, you my favorite hawk. I do not remember you shooting a lot of threes, so I think you would be third
Nah,
out of these two.
nah, nah. We practice shooting Shell. No, I used to kill him in the practice drills.
Did y'all ever go one on
Yeah.
one?
Nah, did we ever play 1-on-1?
Nah, we never played it 1-on-1. Jeff was playing All-Star minutes, so in practice he got to rest. I had to practice real hard, so he never played. Jeff the
Man,
dude
this dude here.
come in the gym and starts talking smack, get everybody riled up. He ain't want none of that smoke.
I'm one of them guys. I used to get it riled up a little bit. Nah,
You
Yeah.
miss
but
hey,
Shell, hey, you used to start stuff, bruh.
What you talking about?
Give me a
Hey,
good
hey,
Shell story. I
just
know you
like
got
you're
one.
doing right now.
Yeah, that's what Shell
Jeff,
did.
give
He
me a good
started
one. Give
pop.
me a story you remember.
Oh, me and Shell had some classic moments. Nah, I can't tell you the story about him and Dennis. We had some classic moments.
Him and who?
Dennis. Oh man, Dennis the
They
Menace.
not friends. I heard they not that close.
I don't know. Y'all close, Shell?
That's who we gotta. Hey, we need to get Dennis on, man. Hey, I'm gonna find Dennis then. We need to find Dennis and
Nah,
see if we can clear the air between those two.
I think we
Man,
all
we
cool now, but
Yeah, we had some heated games and stuff in practice. That's what made it so fun.
Yeah, they
So
used to
Hey,
speaking of
hey,
go
that,
Jeff.
at it.
Hold on. Hey, Jeff, you probably don't remember. I was in the gym when you went in for a layup. I don't know if you remember
And
this. And
I
Dennis kind
remember.
of honored at you.
yeah,
You remember
talk
that?
to him, TD. Let him know
Yeah,
about
I
that.
remember.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember
hey,
that.
hey, hey, JT jumped up so fast, man. Hey, I was like, oh my god, he about to beat Dennis up,
Jeff,
man. But
Jeff, what did he do?
Man,
What happened? Tell me the story. What happened?
he just undercut me when he was going for a layup. But I told him before the game started, I'm like, somebody on a fast break, just let him go. It don't matter. It's just preseason hooping. And he
You had
didn't.
already told
Yeah, I told him
him.
but it was what it was.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all good.
it's just practice. It don't really mean anything. So speaking of that, but what you say would probably be your best team you played on? Would it be the 60 Hawks on the 60 win team that we was on, or you had another team in mind?
Like you talking about like best players or like
Nah, this is like best overall team. Just having fun on and off the
yeah.
court.
Yeah, on and off the court, that was the best team. We did it. We was having a good time. I mean, we was winning every game and we was having a good time on the plane, playing cards, joking all the time, going to eat everywhere on Bud. Like it was free meals every game. I'm like, yeah, it was we was living a good life.
So
Yeah,
Jeff,
nah.
they almost got me in some. Is it Boo Ray?
Yeah. I
So
wasn't
don't
messing
play
with that
that.
game.
No, yeah, you
Nah,
ain't
I wasn't
messing with it
messing with
either.
that game.
They
Nah,
almost
I
got me
let
on the trip. Don't do it.
nah, that's not it.
Yeah, Jeff the one that be up there on the side of the table laughing at everybody lose their money. That's what Jeff used to do to me
Yeah,
all the
that's
time.
me. Yeah, I brought them Uno cards on the plane, got that game going.
Now, what about in your program? Have you been messing with your AU kids? Have you seen them this summer? Any of your program kids?
Yeah, a couple of them come to the gym. I be going at like 10 every morning. Like two little guys that I know, is getting kind of recruited pretty high. They come up to the gym and they lift weights with me sometimes and get some shots up.
What year? What year are those boys?
They 2022.
So you said they got some work for Shell's boys. You got some work for them. What is
Shell
that?
already seen him.
I don't know who you talking about.
Man, he already seen him. He called me like, hey, oh, we play y'all. I'm like, y'all don't want that smoke.
All,
Y'all
all his
don't want
players,
that smoke.
all his players going to Wake Forest, man. I mean, they ain't going nowhere.
It's done. It's already
Nah,
done.
hey,
none of
Coach
them
Dino
going to
not
Wake
there, man.
Forest.
They're not going to wait for it. They just got a new coach. He don't know
Yeah, we
anything about that
refuse.
coach.
We refuse to send them there. They ain't going there.
Hey, here's my question to you. I know that's your alumni. Do you think Randolph Childress should have got that job?
I wouldn't have been mad if he got it, but I think Pat Kelsey should have got it.
Who is Kelsey? Y'all told me about him earlier. Who was that?
Pat Kelsey, he was assistant coach when I was there, but he had been an assistant like 5 or 6 years before I got there. Then he head coach at Winthrop, and they didn't make it to the tournament the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, at least give him an interview. They didn't even get an interview.
Oh, they didn't. Wow.
Nah, I'm like,
So
wow.
both brothers, both African American males.
Nah, Coach Kelsey's a white guy, but Randolph, I know him,
So
but yeah,
so you telling us that Randolph Childress didn't get an interview?
I'm not sure if he did, but I know Coach
Okay.
Kelsey. Because before Coach Kelsey called me, he was like, I might need you to to the AD and just put in a good word for me. And the day I was about to call, they like, yeah, we got a coach already. I'm like, well,
You
Hmm.
know the coach Tony? You know the guy they hired?
No, I don't know him. I don't. But I always think like an AD and the president, kind of like an owner, when they're about to fire a coach, they already have a coach in mind
yeah,
before, because we can at some point in time we'll get to this Rooney Rule in the NFL. But I always think these guys, when they're firing someone, they're going to have someone else in mind already.
for sure.
Tell me this, Jeff. So 10 years from now, I guess y'all will be 40. What you 30 now? 31.
32.
30, 35, 35.
Early 30. I
32.
saw the grade. All right, 10 years from now, describe where you're gonna be at and what you're gonna be doing 10 years from now. If you can describe it, write it on paper where you see yourself at.
10 years, I'll probably be living in Atlanta, probably working in the front office. and that's just how I envision going back playing in Atlanta for a couple more years, try to get to 15 years, and then retire and work for the Hawks.
All right.
Uh, nah, remember we did that draft on the plane
Yeah,
one time? Oh man,
yeah,
that was some funny time. Somebody, I can't remember. Somebody had the weakest team possible. Was it Smooth?
yeah. Horrible. His team was horrible. We
Yeah.
had all people like him.
Yeah. So one time on the
Dang,
flight,
Jeff.
That's
He
yeah,
had a
cold
whole
blooded,
team.
man.
Nah, he
Golly.
did.
yeah. So one time on the plane, I think it was probably like 2 or 3 hours. We won the game. Everybody feeling good. You know, everybody think they could be a GM or coach when they done. So we had like the interns type up a sheet or whatever, got everybody in the league, they rosters, and everyone drafted the team. The thing was, there's nobody from our team on the list because we didn't want nobody being mad. Like, why you pick him over me? We didn't want none of that.
Yeah,
But like he said, Smooth picked everybody just like him. It wasn't a good mix of team. It was a lot of talent, but it wasn't like it wasn't gonna win. It's like you putting your AAU team together when you got to throw those pieces in, and that's what I'm trying to
And
teach Jeff how to do in Indianapolis. Put them pieces together instead of getting
oh
all the
my
top
God,
players.
we won every tournament.
Yeah, y'all
We
Adidas.
won the
They
Peach.
don't pay nobody.
We won the and we won the Peach Invitational. We came over there.
He,
Then we met Monty Bates and them in Vegas. Got them up out of there.
oh,
he
y'all beat
talking
the
about
And
his
money
Smooth.
bait.
2020.
Yeah, he
He
had
talking
90
about his
something on us, but
he talking about his 2022 team. His 2023 team. He don't want to see your team share. He don't
uh,
want. He don't want to see it to
2023.
yourself.
What it
Nah, that
sounds like,
team.
Mel, like I said, what it sounds like, hey, we can make this happen sometime in July then, what it sounds like.
We
And y'all
both
bring
got
That's
y'all
not a
team,
gyms.
problem.
y'all make it happen then. You know, let's stop talking about it. You know, hey, Shell, your team is here.
Shell
Y'all
know
can
the
have two
smoke.
games. One in Georgia, one in Indy, and see what happens.
I'm
We're
okay
gonna have
with
them
that.
play at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
Yeah, you got that pull. Okay.
All right, I got some audience questions for you, Jeff, before we let you go.
All right.
LaRon Johnson from Atlanta says, "What's bigger or more important you think for ball players, AU ball or high school ball?"
AAU ball. My high school coach didn't even let me play really my junior year, and then I went and play AAU and got a bunch of scholarship offers going into my senior year. So AAU for me.
All right, Tony, for you, AU ball or high school ball?
AAU ball for me, and I like I said, and I love my high school coach. He let me shot the ball anytime I wanted to. So, but I think AAU gave me the exposure I need coming from a small town. You know, that gave me a different platform, and AAU was great for these, especially with so many players, so many kids coming out. Is that sometimes these coaches, you know, they don't have the luxury of going to your high school, but you can come to a big event and you might have, you know, maybe 100 some coaches there and they all are scouting and looking at kids. So you can always find a diamond in the rough.
For sure.
Chef?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like I love my high school coach. I got to that's the last time I got to shoot all the basketball, so I really appreciate him for that.
We used to
I,
get in
I
that
ain't had
game and put that thing up.
not like that. You know how it is. You come in, you miss a few shots. Jeff
Yeah,
over
it's
at the
time to
scores
go.
table, like I got Jeff used to check in for me like this. He be like that. But nah, I would definitely say no AAU, um, especially being in a small town, Lexington, Kentucky. Kentucky's not known as a basketball state. Well, it's known as a basketball state, but not like a high major level talent like the same way as like Indiana or Tennessee. So AAU put me on that platform.
Lastly, Jeff, before we let you go, what made you do so many camps? I mean, you were one of the. That's how I know you. You were here in Atlanta doing stuff. What made you do the camps? Work with the kids. I mean, you had a point guard camp. You know, you reached out to a lot of kids. That's how we know each other. What made you get so involved in the community in Atlanta when you were here?
Cause Atlanta embraced me when I first got there. The community is a lot of black people. We all know that, and they just kind of took me in. And I was a young guy, and I could relate to the kids pretty much. I was only 20 when I got there, and I understood what it was like to be one of those kids going to camps and not being able to just touch an NBA player. So when I had the opportunity to be that guy, I wanted to make sure that I, spread the love and give them encouragement and let them know that it's possible. Keep believing in your dreams. Because I went to one camp, and it was Jermaine O'Neal camp, but he never let you get close to him. Like he was at the camp, but he wasn't at the camp. Like it's like, yeah, there goes Jermaine over there, but he wasn't really messing with us. And it always felt kind of weird. And I was like, if I ever want to be that guy, like I wanted to make sure everybody felt it was love. I'm gonna be out there shooting with the kids and doing all that. But it was just something that I like doing. It was always a good time.
Hey, we appreciate Atlanta. Like these guys are your peers. I'm a fan, and Tony called me something else last week, so I'm gonna let that go. But we a fan, man. we hey, we appreciate it when Jeff did his camps. Just like you said, you played with the kids, you played with 1-on-1, you took questions. We appreciate it. I gave up my season tickets when you left because I was mad.
Oh
It was my
man,
favorite holiday, so
I
I gave my tickets
appreciate
up.
that, man. I
It wasn't
appreciate
right
it.
when you left, but now you back. So hopefully, if you works out, I know you ain't talking about that part of your history right now, your goal, but if you could talk about it, what do you hope happens in the next 2 or 3 years with your basketball career before you go?
Hopefully I can continue to just keep playing Hawks, or I just want to play for 4 or 5 more years, to be honest. But if I can keep playing in Atlanta, that'd be great, man. I love the city. The organization's been great to me. But it's part of life. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna keep working, see what I can do. But when I left, they sent me back home. I wasn't really mad though. You can't be
Yeah,
mad.
you're right. You're right. You
Hey,
did go to Indy. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, I wasn't really mad. I was like, it's kind of sweet.
Yeah. But hey, was that a Milwaukee, right? Well, you remember Milwaukee offered you something? They fought that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I got to stay in Atlanta. I ain't really. I was happy to stay in Atlanta at that time. Yeah,
I bet you would.
yeah. I
Nah.
was only like 26, 25. I wasn't ready to go to Milwaukee yet.
And hey, people don't understand. Ain't nothing like Atlanta, is it, Jeff? Ain't nothing like it, is
Nah,
it?
nothing at all, man. That's why I'm surprised Shelby's still live there though. He loved Kentucky so much.
Nah, I like Kentucky basketball. I can't see myself there. It's not a lot of things going on. Like
It's like
it just
Indiana, man.
oh yeah. But y'all got to like a lot that's one thing. Let's talk about this. I seen this a lot. So per state, who has the best NBA players? Because a lot of people, me playing at Butler and being around there and seeing everybody, a lot of people don't get Indiana enough credit. What do you think? Because
Nah,
y'all
we don't
currently
get no
probably got
credit.
about like 15 NBA players right now. I want to say straight
Yeah,
from like
and they all quality too though. That's the thing. Like it's not just like they all like starters for the most part, or 6 men, something like that. So yeah, we got a lot of quality, but the bigger states got more players. But we we could put up a good game against anybody.
nah, I definitely agree. But
We
so
definitely
we
can
all
beat
want to say
Tennessee.
that ain't nothing. Kentucky beat Tennessee.
Oh,
Huh? What'd you say?
I'm not gonna
Anybody
even
wearing
comment
hat?
on that. I'm not
Anybody
gonna even
wearing
comment on that.
Kentucky did be. Hey, look, we watched it together. He didn't even want to finish the game, man. He was so hurt. But I told him we was gonna put that whooping on him. But
You
I
man.
know
don't know if
what?
he had his glasses. He didn't have his glasses on, so he probably didn't see the score.
Hey, COVID-19 saved y'all this year because we was gonna see y'all in the SEC tournament, the
Yeah,
tournament that Kentucky owns.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Man.
but nah, we want to say thanks to you, Jeff. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come on the show. Hopefully get you on some other time. Want to say just appreciate you, as a friend, teammate, and everything you do for me, and also, for the community in Indianapolis. We all just want to say thank you, and hopefully we get you back on the show again, and you ain't wearing a Cincinnati Reds hat. I think
Hey,
you
I
good
had
luck
that
with the
appreciate
since
season start, man.
I think you had that
you.
since we started playing.
I had the same hat since then. I,
Be,
I appreciate it though, bro. Can I ask y'all one question?
yes,
What's
sir.
up?
Y'all got who better, Mike or LeBron?
Oh
MJ.
man.
All right, I'm just making sure we on the same track.
Nah. Hold on, Jeff.
There you
Ask
go.
Shell.
No
Ask
doubt.
Shell, Jeff.
No doubt,
Nah,
JT.
Who
Jeff.
you
No
got,
doubt.
Shell?
I got LeBron. Don't act like you
Oh,
don't know.
Chef,
That's
this joke,
crazy.
this joker said that Michael didn't play nobody.
I ain't gonna say he ain't play nobody, but he ain't see a Kevin Durant. I know that.
I got.
Facts. Who you
He
got?
saw Larry Bird though. He saw
I
Larry
take
Bird, who
Kevin.
was a three-time MVP.
I take Kevin Durant over Larry Bird.
Oh, Larry Bird, Larry Legend.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
All right. Hey,
I
Chef, ask
love
about
Hey,
Dream Team you.
JT. This conversation will be continued.
him. Okay.
Nah, he got some questions. Dream Team, Jeff. Dream Team.
Hey,
12. He got some questions. What's Dream Team?
The Redeem Team or the Dream Team?
Yeah.
yeah,
Ooh, I'm gonna go with who? I'm gonna go with the Redeem Team. They had Kobe too. Yeah,
yeah. Man,
They had an
Jeff
old
was on the
Jason
same
Kidd on
team.
that team.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shell said
Jeff
they
was
And
on
had.
the
him,
team. We
CP
won
too.
60 games, and LeBron got us up out of there, didn't he? Boop, boop.
Yeah, that's probably why I ain't pick
Oh
LeBron. Shit.
I didn't want to say anything because they did sweep y'all. They did sweep y'all. I didn't want to say nothing. I was gonna stay
You know
low key
what's
with that, JT.
crazy? I've been swept by LeBron 3 years straight.
3 times.
3 years. I went to Indiana and got swept again.
So hey Mel,
uh,
so now we know why Shell picked LeBron. He swept his ass a couple times.
Yeah, hey, that hurt so bad. Hey, y'all don't know as a fan. Man, you know, we had won 60 games, Jeff. You,
man.
Kyle, Paul, Al, All-Star team, right?
Hmm.
All All-Star
Yeah.
team that year. We made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that year the Braves was good and the Falcons, right? Y'all remember all this? We was all hot.
Hmm.
I'm talking shit. We gonna win the NBA championship. We gonna win the Super Bowl. And we gonna win the MLB. Hey, 4 nights later, Jeff, where was we sitting at?
Hey, boy, we sitting at home.
In the
Hey,
house.
man. Man, I was the backup. I did my part. I don't know.
Nah, hey,
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 I
your
had
Oh.
9 minutes.
Thursday a
You
couple
did your
games.
9 minutes.
But no, the problem in that series was y'all had no one that could match it with LeBron. That was the only problem. Y'all
Man,
had
he was so
every
dominant.
other position covered. Every other position covered except that position.
Man, he was
TD,
so
that's the problem
dominant.
with the world. Don't nobody have that matchup. What you talking about?
Hey, you
No,
might
that's
be
not
right,
true.
man.
He three and no. Hey, JT, don't buy into that. He 3-6 in the finals, so that's not true.
Okay,
Yeah, nah, but
one
they
of the
still don't
finals
match
they
up with
had
him.
Kawhi Leonard. They had Kawhi Leonard. Another one they had
Yeah,
Kevin Durant. No, two of them they had Kevin Durant. And one of them, when
Okay,
he was with the Spurs, we ain't gonna count that one. Like when they played the Spurs and he was with the Cavs the first time,
yeah,
so we're not gonna
they
count
ain't
the
facts.
even
one in
have a chance.
Dallas. We're not gonna count Dallas where
Dallas,
they
yeah, yeah. I
they
mean,
had
they've
the
been
jet
into
holding him,
they
and yeah. So
Charmeleon.
I mean, we can go down the line. Are we gonna make an excuse if Ray Allen don't hit the shot against San Antonio the first year? What? We don't get a game 7. Are we gonna
That's
make
all
fine.
right, all
excuses
right,
for him? The 60 lost,
all right, all right.
and I'm a
I got you,
LeBron
Tony.
fan.
But I got something I was thinking about. So they started back up and they win a championship. Is it going to be an asterisk around it for like the Corona, or it still counts as a
Just
championship?
like the '99 Spurs when Michael Jordan retired. Could be.
But you ain't gonna
I
count them
think it's
bad.
harder to win a championship now though.
I
You ain't
still
been
think
in
the
the gym,
Clippers gonna
huh?
win it. If they come back, I think the
Yeah,
Clippers
because
are a better team than them.
now the Clippers are fully healthy. Everybody fully healthy, so now they're gonna have a real series. Like it ain't no excuses. Everybody injury free. Everybody recovered. So it might be the best playoffs we've seen.
All
So I
right,
know
Jeff.
we was
We
trying
got.
to wrap this up, but before we wrap this up, we would like to know, so listen to the commissioner. Were they trying to play the games in Orlando or Las Vegas? What are you thinking right now? You think there going to be a season? And if there is a season, I know they have different guidelines. Where would you like for the season to go?
Me personally, I probably would like Vegas, but they probably gonna do it in Orlando.
Yeah,
Vegas, Orlando gonna be super. Vegas gonna be hot too, but it's more hotels and more options. But
yeah.
uh, Orlando, I mean, it's gonna happen. And they got we gonna play y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna happen. So that
Jeff,
TV
You hear
money
that,
gotta
Mel?
y'all,
happen.
Jeff, you
Hold
really think
on.
y'all gonna play y'all's last 8 games?
We got to get some of that TV money back, bro. I'm telling you, we
I,
playing
I ain't
some
talking.
games.
I ain't talking about the NBA. I'm talking about you and your team. I know them teams
Listen,
coming
we
back.
we
That's what I'm
we ain't
talking
playing
about.
for nothing. We gonna be the test dummies for a couple teams, but somebody gonna play. We gonna be the
All
test
right,
dummies,
Jeff.
but
Yeah, you
nah,
gonna be
we got
the practice. Yeah, I agree.
we gotta
Top.
get LeBron on ready for the playoffs.
All right, Jeff. Top five. Top five. Give it
Uh,
to me.
of all time,
All time. Top five. All time.
Mike, LeBron.
Hold on. Hold on. You gotta do it in order. Don't give us this five. We gotta go
Yeah, I'm
five
doing
all the
it in
way to
order.
one.
He
All
giving it
right,
to you in
Mike.
order, man. What's wrong
Quit
with
Mike
hating.
you?
Come on,
one,
Mike.
Right.
Mike one, Bron two. Uh, I'm just going off pure talent and like who I like. KD number three, Kobe four, and Allen Iverson number five. I don't care about championships and stuff.
Say the number five again, Jeff.
Allen Iverson.
Me and Tony, at his age, he didn't get to see him play a lot, so he don't remember. But tell him that man, AI was the truth, wasn't it?
It was the truth.
Hey,
Tell him, Jeff.
hey, hey, hey,
It was the
hey,
truth.
Gerald Levert. Hey, Gerald Levert. While you was on the stage singing,
Uh,
I'm not sure you saw
anybody,
all the basketball.
anybody come to work with the butt face can't call me nothing.
Hey,
Anybody.
at some point in time, Mel, you know what? You got to understand. Hey, when you start losing your hair and you take that hat off, you're gonna see a whole different level of your head. So let's keep it straight now. Let's keep it straight because hey, that hair will leave you at some point in time.
Jeff, he mad because the
Hey, who your
last
top
game.
five?
Who you asking?
Any of y'all?
CD.
I want to hear y'all top five.
We did it
I'll
last
do
week.
mine. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I got Kobe one. I got LeBron one, Kobe two,
Wow.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar three,
Where Mike?
KD four,
Exactly, Jeff.
and Jordan five.
Oh, you disrespectful.
Oh,
You
he's
disrespectful.
very disrespectful.
You
Hold on. If
disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful, Jeff, you didn't even put Kareem in your top five. Is that not disrespectful?
Cause I'm saying, I mean, I know he played 25 years. And he was the tallest dude. I get all that, and he had a hook shot. Shaq could kill him, just straight up.
That's called that's
Thank
called
you.
skill. How many
You
people
said
you know can
what?
do a hook shot right now?
Shaq would kill Kareem. Like he too little,
Nah. Mm-mm.
man.
Hey,
I'm
Kareem,
telling you.
Kareem would keep him in foul trouble. Now you remember when Shaq first came in the league, David Robinson was putting a whipping on him.
Yeah, then Shaq gained like 20 pounds, and that was quiet.
And Hakeem, don't forget Hakeem put a whipping on him too.
Yeah, but Hakeem killed Kareem. Like, think about Kareem play right now. He'd be back in that pick and roll. They'd be shooting his face off.
Jeff, hey, you got to go back and watch some numbers, Jeff. You got to go back and look at his number. But you know what? But it's hard to compare different eras and different decades. We can take someone out of each decade and say how dominant they were. So Kareem, the reason why I put Kareem number one, he dominated on high school level, collegiate, college level, and NBA. He dominated on every level.
Yeah, when
I got
nobody
I
as
got
tall as
some.
him.
I know
You can't
I
blame
got
that
some
man.
crazy
You can't
stats
blame him
for
for
you.
that.
That's like saying Wilt the most dominant. Wilt averaged 50, but he was playing all 6'2" people.
I knew I liked Jeff for a reason. I know Jeff. You said me and your
Yeah.
top five was the same, so I
Oh
respect you
yeah.
even more now. Exactly. AI was my number five. They didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
6 foot
Thank you.
dynamite.
Tell them what he
That's
used to
cause
do.
y'all all midgets. That's why y'all
Well,
both midgets.
well,
That's
Mel,
why y'all
well, the
rolling
thing
like
is
that.
too, Mel is the black Jerry Krause right now anyway, so he was a hater anyway.
Oh,
Ah.
hey, y'all gonna let him go with me like that? All right, that's how
Uh,
it is. That's all right. Hey, before we wrap it up for the third time, Jeff, have you ever
Okay.
seen Tony play? You ever seen Tony play? Any
Yeah,
highlights?
yeah. He had
Break down his
50.
game. What you think about his
Anytime you
game when you
had
saw him play?
anytime you had 50 in the NBA, you a bucket. You nice.
Yeah,
So
if they had 3-point lines, he could have scored more.
Hey, we got to get him some new material, man. Can't give you the same material every weekend, brother. Come on now.
Hey,
Nah,
Jeff, I
TD
be
was a
killing Tony
bucket.
every week, every week.
Yeah.
All right,
Nah,
Shell,
nah,
wrap us up. Hey, we gotta get
yeah,
Jeff back
yeah.
on, man, so we can do the basketball questions.
Nah, we definitely
Hey,
gotta
get
get
him
him
back
back
on,
on. Nah,
man.
TD was definitely a bucket in the league, but I told you in college he was just passing the ball and playing defense. But I don't know where he got that from. But I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in and listening this week for TPNB. I want to thank my special guest Jeff Teague spending his time on Memorial Day weekend kicking it with us. He got to sober up for an hour, get back to the action. Over 100
Ah,
people
this
at the
guy.
crib. Go ahead and enjoy yourself. I want to say
Hey,
thank y'all. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. Looking forward to seeing y'all next weekend.
hey, before you shut off, Jeff, next week you busy?
Yeah.
We might have some more questions. You got time for us if we call you?
Just just hit me up.
Bet.
All right.
All right, holla at everybody.
Deuces.
All right.
Sam Consulting is a company that helps people buy and sell insurance agencies. When people want to change careers and get into a new industry, they call me to find an insurance agency to buy. When people want to retire and get out of the insurance agency, they call me to help them liquidate their assets or sell. Some people will call me a broker. I'm more of an intermediary. I'm kind of like between a buyer and a seller. I make it fair for both parties. The primary reason somebody would leverage Sam Consulting is because we create millionaires. We help people retire from the business and retire wealthy, or we help people get into the business and grow to be wealthy.
The reason I use Sam Consulting is the reputation, professionalism, the expertise, and the amazing job of doing the due diligence is what convinced me to work with Sam Consulting.
Owning an insurance agency is one of the biggest kept secrets. It's generational cash flow coming in every month. This is what I do. I create millionaires by walking them through the process, step by step, on how to own their own business. The best way to reach me is go to samconsulting.com, or you can simply call the office, 678-223-7397.
Kid old enough for money but too young to deal with a checking account? Oh, and you don't really want to deal with cash? You need the Cube Kid Card. Reload right from your bank account, set parameters, and spend just like a normal debit card. If the card is lost, no problem. Without the app, the balance is zero. Get yours at cubemoney.io.
Are you suffering from fear and anxiety? The Allen Counseling Clinic is here to help. Our goal is to help you grow from your struggles, heal from your pain, overcome your fears, and get the relief from your anxiety. Call now. Area code 424-295-6227. Telehealth is now available.